Without a shadow of a doubt, it's the Crooked Show in social media history. I want to welcome you to a late night edition of the War Zone. You know I'm your host, and every night you can find me on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. I am the five-star general. I've been missing in action because I had to finish up my semester in college. But the OG is back. And tonight we're going to talk about these politicians and why you really need to stop fooling with them. Sheila gave away milk today. Wait till you see what she gave away. Say, man, I want to welcome you to a special edition of the War Zone and tell you thank you for taking the time out to tune in. You know, without you guys, I would not have a show. And I really appreciate you just hanging out with me. What I want you to do is I want you to push the share button on the video, and that way we get it out to some folk. And one, I'm going to give you my sincerest apologies. I've been missing in action. I had to finish up my semester in college, and I had to get that out the way, man. And I did pretty good. I got 2 A's and a C. Yeah, that's pretty good. It ain't what I wanted, but you know, as long as I'm passing, so I just booked 5 new classes for the fall, and that'll leave me with 7 to get my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. I've been out of the loop for a minute, but I've been trying to keep up, and I see some people. Hold on a second. Let me double check something. There we go. Okay, I see some people and some things that have been happening, you know, and I want to talk about it tonight and just go over it. If you got any input for me, then you know how we rock on here, man. I want to tell you that everything that glitter ain't always go. Everything that glitter ain't always go. The good Congress lady, Sheila Jackson Lee, put out the blast. I think it was yesterday that she was going to be giving away baby milk over at my alma mater, Jackie A. Senior High School, today from 2 to 6 p.m. And I had to go to Coach McGowan's funeral, my dear coach. And God bless his family. And of course, the congresswoman, she came in. Let me add somebody to this. The congresswoman, hold on a second. Turn your phone volume down. You got your phone volume down? All right. Say something. Let's make sure we got you in it.
Hello?
All right. There you go. Now let me finish. The Congress lady said she was going to give out milk because, you know, there's a shortage of baby milk in the United States of America. And my good friend Sonia Turner, she drove a long way to sit in the line for about 4 or 5 hours. And Sonia, I want you to tell the people what happened. Hold on. Now I want to, y'all, we laughing, so you want to push the share button. I want to show you what she sat in the line for 4.5, 5 hours to get, because somebody in her family needed the baby milk. And you drove all the way from where, Sonia?
Rocheron, Texas.
From Rocheron, Texas to get this. The congresswoman put a blast out and had people thinking that she was finna show them some love, and they show up and get a small bottle of milk and 2 powder packs, and they wanted to make sure that they were hydrated too in the house, so they gave them 2 16-ounces bottles of water. So tell the people, man, How you feel about this, man?
Okay, good evening, everyone. Listen, I want to first say this: it's a disrespect. We're laughing not at what the situation, but we're laughing at what these politicians are doing. Um, I'm outdone. Standing in line from 11 o'clock to 2:30, coming from Rocheron, Texas, gas is extremely high. To get one bottle of ready to feed milk and 2 powder packs of milk with some Tupperware, 2 bottles of the cheapest water you could ever find, and she gave out some plastic cups, some microband, some mask, and some hand sanitizer. I just want to ask what they got to do with milk. And then she stood there. I want to say what I want to say, but I can't say what I want to say.
Man, hold on. We ain't got no filters here, man. You say whatever's on your heart.
She stood up there with that 1945 bonnet on her head with a perch mouth self and had the nerves to stand up there with those cameras. We all know that she like camera time. The only time she does something with a microphone junkie self is to get some camera time to pass out. You put a mass thing on Facebook, and then you use Yates as an automato just to get the stuff out there. You had people in a line so far waiting to get one thing of milk for one bottle, not powder. You giving out concentrate.
How many
this
ounces?
Is the catch.
Hold on. How many ounces is that bottle of milk? 12 ounces? 8 ounces?
Just 8, baby. Just 8.
8 ounces.
Just I drove from Rocheron to Houston for 1 8-ounce and some cheap nigga milk, some cheap nigga water. You couldn't even give me Ozarka.
Man, hold on, dog.
And then this is the catch.
You got
where is the milk? How did she get this milk when the stores are empty? Gary, I've drove to over 55 stores and there is no milk.
You ain't got none now. Say, I'm over here and I'm laughing. Say, man.
And it's really sad ahead, because we should vote these people in. Listen, let me tell y'all something. Stop looking at the messenger and listen to the message from this day forward. We keep voting these people in because they black and they keep screwing us every time. They're not doing anything for us but making a fool out of us. This had nothing to do with some baby milk. And what's making me angry, Gary, is that you use people at this critical time of their life where people really need milk for their kids. You use that to get somebody out there with your perch mouth self to look at you on the camera to act as if you was doing something, and all you did was put out their stuff for the virus. We're not talking about a virus. We're talking about babies that are hungry. And this is what you want to give me, some micro. Listen, I ain't scared of no virus. I want some milk. You said you was giving out milk. And if that's what you was giving out for me to drive over an hour to get into Houston, you could have kept that. That was a slap in my face.
Hold on. Let me ask you something. Now, the people here now, maybe the gesture is what somebody got to give her a pass. Somebody gonna try to give her a pass. So maybe it's the gesture. But this picture that I got up, if you can see it, can you see that picture?
They need to get that monkey a pass back to the zoo.
No, let me ask you something. Can you see the picture I just put up?
I can see the picture.
Okay, so this is what you got when you went to get milk. You got 2 big jugs of sanitizer, some plastic cups, some masks, an 8-ounce container of milk and 2 powder packs of milk, and 2 16-ounce bottles of water. Am I correct?
Yes. Don't forget the containers. And she gave us the containers too.
Oh, she gave you containers.
Yeah, 2 containers.
And how long did you sit in the line? Because when I left Wheeler Avenue Baptist Church from the funeral, that line was ridiculous.
I got there at 10:23. I didn't leave out the line to 2:45.
That's 4 hours.
Yeah.
That's a little bit over 4 hours to get a 8-ounce container of milk. And 8 ounce, and they out there taking pictures. They taking pictures, man.
I'm grateful.
Let me answer this question. Let me answer this question. You Daryl Washington, where's your giveaway? Just asking, since my 9-month-old grandson can't find any anywhere, and was able to get some today. Are you serious, dude? I don't know who sent you, but since they sent you, I'm gonna let you stay. Normally I block people, but I'm gonna let you stay. Let me tell you what we are not, Daryl Washington. We are not the Negroes from 1864. We ain't gonna sit here and act like you giving away 8 ounces of milk that you saved a bunch of kids' lives today. No, we're not gonna sit here and act like that's what happened. So whoever sent you, I'm gonna let you stay, brother. See, because we need people like you that cape for them suckers so that I can keep exposing them for what they are. You don't make people sit in a line for 4 hours to give them 8 ounces of milk. That's like me being in 100-degree heat practicing football, and you give me an 8-ounce bottle of water and say this is all you getting today. How? Bro, I don't know who you is, but welcome to the family. But you can, I ain't gonna even say what I want to say to you. I ain't gonna say what I want to say to you. But go ahead on, Sonia.
I mean, it's just a disrespect, I didn't have a baby. I'm adopting a baby, and just traveling store to store, getting up every morning trying to fight to get milk. I'm not the only one that's suffering from milk. You're trying to, and my baby don't drink Similac. She drinks Enfamil. So it's Enfamil sensitive because she has a gastrointestinal problem. So when you're out there and you're trying to find a certain milk, you can't get your baby no milk. You're going store to store, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I have been everywhere. I have been all over Conroe, Atascocita, Humble, 290, IT, and 45. I have been everywhere trying to find milk. It's just a hard scarce out there, and I'm just so curious to believe that she comes up with all this milk. Where did she get it from? When there's a milk shortage, and you got babies are coming from the hospital, they don't even want to give these babies milk because they saying they don't have milk to give out. So where did she get this milk from? And if you're gonna have us to travel, was it for the publicity to say you done something? You worry about a virus. Children are starving. There is no milk. If you would have gave us a 6-pack, I'd have felt better. I wasted all my gas to get there. Gas is almost $4 for one ready to feed milk. I can't even dilute that milk. I got poured into the bottle.
Let me read a comment from Keita Light. She say that's just 1 day supply and 1 bottle depending on the ounce the baby drinks. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Unless I don't know babies, because I've been around a few in my lifetime, I know they drink more than 1 bottle a day.
They drink 6 and 7.
I know they drank more than 1 bottle a day. But see, this the thing that I've been trying to tell people for the longest. And Sonia, you one of them people that then woke up and understood it. And you feel me. These people take opportunities like this. They turn it into publicity stunts.
Mm-hmm.
You make these people think that you're doing something for them.
Mm-hmm.
You spent more money on gas than you would have spent buying the milk. What we need to do, all you new school people, I'm sitting around today talking to an older lady. And I had already knew it, but she said it. She said we need to go back to pet milk, K-Row syrup.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't get the K-Row with the high fructose.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you why that makes sense, or you might need to go back to breastfeed. A whole bunch of us is here because we were breastfed. Bottom line, that's all it boils down to. But see, we done got so urbanized and so commercialized that we feel we got to have this.
Mm-hmm.
And when they know that you feel you have to have something,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna play with you.
That's how they do you. Mm-hmm.
JH say carnation milk. Yeah, exactly. That's the pet milk.
That's what I went and bought today. 25 cans.
Exactly. That's all you need to do. See, as
I
long
went and
as
bought
they can
25
keep you
cans because I'm
as
not
long
going
as
to be
they can
nobody's
keep
guinea
you
pig no
dependent,
more.
as long as they can keep you dependent on them, they're gonna string you along and treat you like a crackhead. Now you treating our babies like crackheads because you got all the goddamn milk and you won't give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna give out milk, give them enough milk for 2 to 3 days. If you run out, go back to the stash where you got that from.
Uh-huh.
Tell them you need some more, and then go to another side of town and do it again. But don't come here and give these people no one goddamn container of milk, 8 ounces, and then that's what it is. See, I keep telling y'all about them Democrats, man. Oh, I'm finna piss. If you're new to this, you finna get mad. You finna get mad. I keep telling y'all about them Democrats, man. This woman used a serious issue to get her the photos that she needed.
Yes.
To make it look like she did something for the community.
Yes.
And Lord knows, I talked to you earlier today, and I'm like, man, I don't feel like going on tonight. But it was just bothering me so much. I'm like, no, I got to do this. I got to do this. I mean, you can justify. Hold on a second, Sonia. Hold on. Let me go back. Let me share the screen. Hold on. You telling me that my friend drove all that way? Hold on. Let me go up in here real quick. Okay, here we go. So now we're going to share this. This lady drove all that way to get this. You did a mass mailer, call out. It was all on the radio. It was everywhere.
Yes.
For these people to go and sit in line for 4 to 5 hours and say you're going to give them some milk and this is what you gave them. Wow. Wow.
And we put them in there.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Total disrespect.
I'm going to tell you, she came to the church for Coach McGowan's funeral. I'm sitting with my teammates because, you know, that's who I sit with. And when they say she will finna speak, them boys have to calm me down. This ain't the play for me. Everything is a photo op. Everything is a photo op. And you black people steady falling for it, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, you know what she did to me. I don't trust her.
Tell the people what she did to
you. You know, during the time, you know, Joseph got hurt and everything with the police department. She promised me all this stuff she was going to do for me if I gave them camera time. Well, they were able to come out and get camera time. And after camera time, she never answered me anymore. She kept ignoring my calls. I kept leaving messages with her office. She never did go and check on him or do what she promised. Nothing. Just for her to get the publicity that her name was involved. That was it. And then not even 2 weeks later, she gets on the news and say, I support my boys in blue. Lady, you fraud to me. Like, it's nothing I can believe that lady say. Nothing I would go that she have or she's speaking about because I know her character. And I wish that people stop voting for these folks because they black. Do y'all see what they doing to us? They don't care nothing about us. Look at this mess. What the world giving out baby food have to do with some plastic containers, some cups, some water, and some microband and mask. And I wish y'all stop wearing these masks.
Oh, they was doing COVID shots, vaccines today too over there.
That's what this all was about. It never was about baby food. Y'all took this stuff in people critical time of their lives, and you used this to get us out there. Pitiful.
So she left you hanging when Joseph got hurt. So if y'all don't know, Sonia was somebody that I did not know. I knew she went to Yates, but I did not know Sonia. And I was at a golf tournament in North Carolina. And where was I? Oh man, I forgot. I was in North Carolina. I know that. Yeah, I was in North Carolina, and you had posted a picture of your son with a bunch of burn marks on him, on his back and his stomach. But basically, the police assaulted her son and basically ran over him in a police car. And I saw this, and I didn't know her. And I told my team, I say, man, we done. We finna go. We going back to Houston. And I reached out to you, hooked up with you, and I came back to Houston to help her with her son with against HPD, because they basically drug him under a car. Under a car. But, Sheila said she was going to help you. If you gave her the camera time, you gave her the camera time. Once she got the camera time, you say she came up missing. Am I correct?
Exactly what she done.
Wow. People ask me every day, Monroe, you switched parties and you went over to the Republican side. Yep, I did. How is it? Love you. Treat me with respect. Ain't never disrespected me. Ain't never told me turn against my people. They ain't telling me what I need to believe in. They just like, maybe you can wake your people up so they can see what these people doing to them. What these people are doing to us is borderline insanity. Some of you people sitting here see this right now, and yet you're still going to go to the polls and you're going to vote for the same people. And they're going to do the same things to you for another 2, 3, or 4 years, depending on what their term is. So, man, like all this stuff going on, like right now with the race in 147 with Jolanda versus the Best young lady. And, Bess has asked for an audit on the election. And I think that she should ask for an audit on the election, because Bess beat her in every facet of the game except for mail-in ballots. So now they want to audit the mail-in ballots. Hold on. So the Democrats saying somebody cheated in the election? You tell me. Because now y'all going against each other using the same tactics that you use to cheat people out of office that should be in office. And the first thing came out of Jolanda's and her team's mouth was Bess was acting Trump-like. Say, man, the hell with y'all. I'm going to tell you like this here. You might want to vote for Bess in 147. I don't have a personal issue with Jolanda. She ain't gonna never get a bill passed. Jolanda has her own agenda. And her agenda is LGBTQ. It is what it is. I'm just telling the truth. That you can advocate for everybody, not just LGBTQ. But she's already started it. So with her personality, which I know is fiery, with the way I know that the Republicans react to certain things, they ain't finna pass no bill she put on the table. So what's the use of sending her down now? What's the use of sending her down now? It's a bunch of races that I'm looking at. I personally, after I saw the milk today, it was on, because I'm endorsing the opponent against Sheila Jackson Lee. I'm not finna keep sending folks to office because they have the same skin color as me.
Yes.
And yet, when they get in office, They forget what black people look like. Yeah, Jolanda has the short haircut, Ashley. They forget what black people look like.
And that's what we need to stop doing, put people in the office because of their skin color.
All you got to do is look at our communities. All you got to do is look at our communities and see that we ain't getting nothing done. And the reason that we're not getting nothing done is because we keep putting these failed politicians in office, or we shift them around from position to position. How many positions has Adrian Garcia had? City council, sheriff, county commissioner, Rodney Ellis, city council, state representative, state senator. See, all we doing is shifting the problem around. We move it from local, we take it to state. So Gary Monroe, why would you not support Jolanda in 147? Why I'm gonna support somebody that fucked up my school district? She was there when it all started caving in. And when it started caving in, she started running. She got up out of there. I'm not supporting nobody like that no more. So you got the flow. You tell the people, Sheila, that was your congresswoman for a long, long time. How do you feel about the congresswoman today after getting your 8 ounces of milk?
Gary, I haven't liked that lady in years. I never vote for her because I know who she is as a person from experience, as you said. I have no respect for her at all whatsoever. It's the people that's in denial of who she is. And, you know, my problem with her is that as ugly as she is, she always want to get in front of that camera, show that same piece of hair she been wearing since I was a little girl, with that wide mouth, and just lie. I'm just ashamed that every time she do something, it's got to be a picture of her looking like a little monkey. Always want to show her face. Always got to have camera time and always got to say something. Like, but she's not doing anything. And it's disrespectful. Like, if I could have and not gotten no trouble, I'd have spit on her. Because that was a disgrace. I'd have spit in her face. Because that was disrespectful under every level.
You know, I can understand the frustration because not just her, but other black politicians. Since I woke up 12 years ago, I've watched them make promises, not do what they say they were going to do, and kind of just leave us hanging. And then we look at other communities that are thriving, and then we're like, well, what the hell is going on? But then we want to blame it. Well, the reason our community looked the way it looked is because of the Republicans. No, it's not.
No.
Our community looked the way it looked because of these black Democrats that represent us. That's the reason our community looked the way it looked. So in this next election that's coming up, especially this runoff, we need to get some better people in office, man. We need to get some better people in office, y'all. I'm putting out my endorsements, and you know an endorsement for me is not a easy endorsement. It's not an easy endorsement. I put out one today in the ACC position 2 race for trustee. I'm running with Kathy Lynch Gunter. And the reason that I'm running with Kathy Lynch Gunter for position 2 is because her opponent, and I don't even want to know her name, she connected to Rhonda Skillen Jones, former HISD trustee that was indicted by the FBI. I don't want to deal with nobody that has ties to her. And you should not want to deal with anybody that has ties to her. You know, the sad part of all this is these people just keep maneuvering and keep working like we're not here. Like we don't see what they're doing. And that's where when you started off earlier with it was disrespectful. That's a lack of respect for us to maneuver around us and think, okay, well, the hell with them. I'm going to do what I want to do. And I don't give a damn about them. Like my mama would have told her, "Day, baby, you keep that milk." My mom would have told you keep that shit.
Gary, when I got up to the line and this guy hands me some Tupperware. I'm like, where's the milk? Because I'm very outspoken. So when I get to the milk, I see all this milk out there. I'm thinking they're gonna load my car and give me some milk. When that man stuck his hand in my window and handed me one little plastic container of milk, and two, I said, "This all the milk we get?" And he just looked at me. He said, "Yes, ma'am. Go to the next circle." He said, "Yes, ma'am. This is what we giving out. Go to the next circle, and they gonna fill your car up." I could have died right there. And I'm looking at her right next to me with a podium with nothing but all types of big cans of milk and all these boxes of milk. And she's standing there right in front of me by the camera. But she's smart. She had so many police around her because she knew that somebody was going to flip out. And she had all this milk, taking pictures like she really was giving these people milk. And for her to put this on the news as if she did it to help these babies is just disrespect. I don't care what nobody's, Gary. I don't care what people think. I don't care about her coattail riders. I don't care about the people that like her. I don't care. It is disrespectful. To me, give the milk back to the stores. I'm a person who buy milk anyway. My baby's on Infamil. WIC don't give Infamil. Let me purchase the milk. Why would you have me to drive that far for one? She gonna get one bottle, two bottles, three bottles out of it.
Do you know if there were other people in line that were upset?
I ain't stay to see. I'm quite sure. If I did, I'm quite sure they was. You stood in line for 4 hours for one. Sir, she could have gave me a can of powder milk, one can of powder milk. I would have been happy. At least that would have lasted me a week. I mean, it's disrespectful. I don't care what people say. It's disrespectful. You got people traveling from far away thinking they're supposed to get something to feed these hungry babies. And they get there and get that. I'm quite sure they probably was thinking just like me, spit on them.
Well, hold on a second. I see my friend Kathy Tatum on here. Kathy, why don't you inbox me your email address, get in front of your computer, and I want you to come on here. Let's talk. Let's talk tonight in front of these people. Let's tell them the real deal of what's really going on with these politicians and these donations. Kathy, send me your email in my inbox. Let's do this tonight, man, because these folks need to be exposed, man. These people need to be exposed. You could have took that milk and stuck it square up your... That's how I feel.
That's what I want to say.
Don't come around here with that.
And then you put the people on the news and make them think you did something big. I don't want to wash my hand. I want to feed my baby.
So what you're saying is today wasn't about milk.
No, it was about the pandemic. Do you really see they gave more stuff for the pandemic than they gave for the babies? You use that as a weapon to get people out there to push this coronavirus stuff. Gary, can I just say what I really feel? They use these babies not having milk to push out this coronavirus stuff. You know what they're doing. This ain't had nothing to do with no hungry children.
Say, man, let me ask y'all a question, and maybe you can answer it, Sonia. All right. Why we don't see the Republican community going through this bullshit? Why the white folk ain't going through this?
Because they not stupid. They not falling for this.
They'd have called a special election today if they'd have did that to them in their community. But see, this is how they do our community. They just do us any way they want to do us. They just do us any way they want to do us.
We allow it.
Wow.
We allow this type of behavior to happen. This stuff is deeper than just, this is deeper. Gary, this stuff is deep. Okay? I'll say it again, and I'm not afraid to say it. They better stop looking at the messenger and listen to your message. Because your message is powerful than the messenger. And I mean that.
Let me say this, that I don't feel the pain anymore because I got off the Democratic plantation. I don't feel the pain anymore. I don't deal with what they deal with anymore because I gave up on them. I'm not going to sit here and continue to take what they are throwing out at me. I decided to leave. Well, you didn't have to go to Republican Party. You could have been an independent. No, I'm going to go to Republican Party because in the state of Texas, 10 white men and 150 black men started the Republican Party. So I'm going to go back there. You hear these Democrats screaming about they're fighting for civil rights. Is that the same party that fought against it in the 60s when we needed it? The reason you got civil rights was because of the Republican Party, not the Democratic Party. So all the lies and the narratives that they're spinning, it's just catching up with them. And now it's time for you to understand how important your vote is. Your vote is your voice. Your vote. I had a discussion with somebody the other night, and they was like, we need to sit down next week. I say, yeah, we need to sit down next week. I need your support for my state rep run. And I say, I need you to tell me what you want me to do when I get to Austin. Now, when you tell me what you want me to do, I'm obligated to get it done. You guys are blindly voting for these people and not putting no demands on them from day one when they coming into your neighborhoods, into your churches with your crooked pastor, hustling your vote. You don't tell them nothing you want. And then they get in office and you're like, well, they ain't doing nothing for me. They're not obligated to do nothing for you. You didn't tell them you wanted nothing done. You didn't tell them you wanted nothing done. You gonna send billions of dollars over to the Ukraine, Joe Biden, over to the Ukraine, but yet you still over here talking about whether or not you can cancel student loan debt.
Come on here.
But you're going to send money to a foreign country before you take care of the people on American soil.
Come on here.
See, they don't want to have this discussion with me. You will take care of everybody else in the world except for the people on the American soil. You will shit on the veterans. You won't do, you give them shitty health care. You don't take care of them. They go and fight these wars. They lose their limbs. Some of them lose their lives. The ones that make it back home, the hell with them. And we still voting these same people in.
Same people.
Look, man, y'all hurting for money. A lot of people out there hurting for money. Man, them Republicans got a bag that ain't got nothing but money in it.
Yeah, that was...
And y'all around here playing with them people? Man, I don't feel the pain anymore, Sonya. I don't feel it because I'm not on the Democratic plantation anymore.
That's right.
And I'm not doing it.
That's
and
right.
I tell anybody, I'm not ashamed to say I'm a black Republican. I'm tired playing with these knuckles.
That's what they are. And we have not gained anything since they've been in office. I don't get how people don't see it.
I'm gonna show you. I like being able to go out to my friend Kristen Martin's house, sit down with her and her husband. He grills something on the grill, and I'm around some like-minded people. I'm around some good Christian people. Ain't no arguments, ain't no fussing and fighting. It ain't none of that. It's just people that have the same things in common. And Kristen is the blackest white girl I know. Hell, it is what it is. She my sister. She the blackest white girl I know. But you know what? We don't do color. We in a fight to make sure every person in the state of Texas, every American citizen gets what they're entitled to. And what these people are doing, somebody just sent me an inbox telling me you can go to Amazon and switch from US to Canada and you can get all the milk you want. They'll ship it to you. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
How in the hell do Canada got milk
and
the
we ain't got
US ain't
none?
got no damn milk? You know why?
Because they
want me to
playing
tell you why
games.
Canada got milk and the US ain't got no milk? You want me to tell you why foreign countries ain't charging kids to go to college? Because Joe Biden ain't their president. Huh.
Come on, Gary. That's true. That is so true. My thing is, what about the parents that are not fortunate like me to be able to buy the milk and have the money to provide to get the milk? What about the people who are on WIC? What are they gonna do? What about them? I'm fortunate to have a financial stable income to buy the milk like I've done since I've had the baby in my life. But what about the ones that can't buy it? That don't have the cash?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let me take that down. Let's make us bigger. Here's the thing. You have to stop doing things the same way that you've been doing them for the last 20, 30 years. You have to stop being dependent on a government that does not want you to get in a place of financial freedom. You have to start being able to depend on you. Get your ass off of public assistance. But since you on there, go to school for free, because some of y'all can go for free. Get you a damn degree and go get you a high-paying job. Stop waiting on the government to give you a handout.
That is so
all
true.
This, when these people are poor, God damn it, I was poor. I grew up poor. I grew up watching my daddy beat on the light box, stealing the other people next door to us meter. Can't nobody tell me about being poor. But when you're in a poor mind frame, when you're in a broke state of mind, you're not going to do anything to make your situation better.
And that's what they're doing to them. They deprogramming them. They got them on these, and they just, everybody is suffering. Like people selling breast milk. It's bad. Like I've never seen nothing like this in my life. Like this is horrible. This is really horrible.
I mean, whether it's selling milk, whether it's a shortage of toilet paper, something during this pandemic and coming out of this pandemic always puts us in a situation where we need more than we have. And as long as we continue to be dependent on a government that has walked away from us, we ain't gonna never have what we need.
That's so true. That is positive and true. That is so true, Gary. But people don't, I don't know, people don't listen. This world is just, people don't listen. If they would just listen, it would be a better world. But everything they want free. If it's free, they go after it and free.
Ain't shit free. Let me tell you something, man. I told this story a while back. See, while you around here getting them tax credits, while you think you winning because you were getting all that unemployment, why the hell you think gas so high right now? They getting it on the back end. Why you think oxtail's so high right now? They getting it on the back end. So every time somebody got something free, they just put the tax on something they know we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you create inflation. This is how you end up in a deficit. This is how you make the economy crash.
I've been saying that for 2 years. This was all a setup. But the people don't listen. It's all a setup. I guess they can't get us to do what they want to do, so they're going to attack our children. Can't get to the grown folks, I'll get to the kids.
Hold on, keep talking.
So I mean, Gary, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I'm just disappointed in all this election stuff. I went back and listened to a lot of your videos on today, and you spoke so much solid proof and information. Um, I just went back and just listened. I just took time out and listened because I was so frustrated and angry. Um, it's a joke. Stuff in Houston is a joke. It's a joke to me. The mayor is a joke. The congressman is a joke. It's all a joke. Like, it's a joke. It's a joke. I guarantee you, she couldn't have picked a better time to do this, but when people was really hurting. She couldn't have picked the better time.
They pick the most inopportune time. They catch us when we are at our lowest point. And then they do this much and want you to believe they did that much. When in all actuality, today they gave you crumbs. And that's what they continue to feed us. They continue to feed us crumbs. Now, where's the outcry? If it was a white politician that did this, they would crucify him. If it was a Republican that did this, they would crucify him. But Gary, where's the outcry when it's the black community screwing the black community?
Gary, I'll say this to you. I'll share this with everyone because people need to know this. During this time, I thought maybe, I could put the baby on a WIC substance because, like I said, she's an adopted baby of mine. And I thought maybe I can do WIC. They don't give the Enfamil. They only give the Similac. Can I tell you, they're playing games with people. The milk that they're giving out is the same milk that they had a recall on that was hurting the babies. And they're only putting like 13 cans out a day. In some stores, it's not even none. But it's the same milk that they recalled on. And then they're not even answering their phones. I was able to get to one office on South Post Oak about a week ago. I'm like, hey, where's the milk? I can't even find the Enfamil that I pay cash for, for the baby. Well, they told me, come over, we're gonna give you some milk and we're gonna help you out. I go over to their WIC office and they gave me a can this small of sample milk. And she said, that's all we have. So I drove from Rosharon to Houston again to get 1 can of sample milk. God knows they had more than that milk back there, but that's all they offered was 1 can of maybe 8 bottles of milk. That's it. And it's really sad. Like, people that were on Similac are buying all the Enfamil because they scared to give their babies the Similac. But if you look in the stores, that's all they're putting on the shelves is Similac. Who's going to trust that milk? And then all of a sudden, a milk company that closed down. Is they serious? No milk in the stores, but y'all congressmen got a whole truck trailer full of milk.
Where'd she get the milk from?
That's my question. Where did that milk come from?
The same congresswoman that opened up a hospital that they never used, opened up another hospital that they did use that ended up losing their Medicaid credentials. They're using you guys to make money. Mm-hmm. They're using death to make money. So the thing is, they look for your demise so that they can capitalize off of it. You can best believe whatever milk she had today, it was given to her or however she purchased it through the form of a grant. It's some money changed hands somewhere. It's some money changed hands somewhere. I mean, it's just so much crookedness going on. You watching them last week, they gave away millions of dollars in commissioner's court to combat crime. Are you serious? Are you serious? Then you got Troy Finner and Chief Troy Finner, HPD, Sylvester Turner in DC with Joe Biden at a thing in the garden, talking about how crime in Houston has been lowered by 40%. Nigga, what?
Well,
What?
well,
Must be in his backyard. Because people getting killed every day around here.
every day.
But see, that's what they do. That's what they do. And black folk are afraid to call out black folk. And I'm sick of the narrative. Oh, well, it's the white man doing it to us. Now, that ain't no white man gave no one thing of milk today.
No, sir. And we're stuck on that. We have a one-track mind. We're our own worst enemies. I mean, I just don't believe people's eyes ain't open after dealing with this pandemic. They ain't open their eyes yet to see what's really going on. What else is it gonna take?
What is gonna take is you have some elections coming. You got a runoff coming up. The primary runoffs is coming up in June. We need to finish this off. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for the November elections. In November, y'all tell me, why wouldn't you send me to Austin? If you could vote for me, why would you not send me? I'm still the same Gary Monroe that grew up in Third Ward, Texas. I'm still the same Gary Monroe that get up every single day and get out here and fight for these kids. I'm that same dude. But imagine what I could do if I get down to Austin as a state legislator and I get to sit on the education committee.
Wow.
Imagine what I could do.
I'll say this to you. I thank you myself personally. I tell you that all the time. You were a blessing in my life. I know that you can do it. I have that much confidence in you. I seen you work my son case for free. You didn't. All you cared about is what was best for us. You inspired me to push and don't give up during that time for my baby and do what was right. You taught me so much about the system here. You taught me as a mom how to fight the system in peace and silence, but don't back down from them and let them scare me. I've learned so much from you out of everything that you've done for me. I had to experience you. You know what I'm saying? Get that experience from you to know who you are. A lot of people don't, they just see the crazy Gary, but I know the good Gary. And I know your heart is big. And I really thank you so much. When many people left me, they were trying to charge me thousands and thousands of dollars. People were selling my case. Black lawyers were selling me out to the police department. When people walked away from me that was black, that I thought had my back, they turned on me. When the chief of police treated me like trash, the mayor treated me like trash, you were there. You were there to console me, to kind of give me strength, give me hope that I can still beat this case. I can keep going. I had to go get white lawyers because the black lawyers weren't doing anything for me. They were selling my information to the police department. Everything I told them, they fed it to them. I just want to say thank you. It's people like you are well needed. You know, and I'm grateful that I came in contact with you, not knowing that we were both alumni at Gates. But I really thank you for everything that you've done, and even teaching me how to vote, teaching me who to vote for, allowing me to go and research these people and know what I'm doing, and not just cast a ballot because they're black. Because I used to be one of those that did that. You know, honestly, I would vote them in because they were black. But I thank you for giving me that insight. They need to be in prison.
Well, a whole bunch of them need to be in jail. Let me tell y'all what, you know, Brother Malcolm was murdered about 2 weeks after he decided he was going to go to the United Nations. And because he felt like they were not just violating our civil rights, they were violating our human rights. Mm-hmm. And what these people are doing right now is violation is violations of human rights. When you think about some of the things that they do, all this money they get in to combat crime, and then they spend it on bullshit. And then you want us to act like you did something for us. Now, I will say, because I'm tough on the black politicians, there are white politicians that ain't worth a damn too. Let's go on over to city council. Let's look at large. Let's look at Sally Alcorn, who was a permanent fixture in the black community when she ran for city council at large. Once she got the nigga vote, you ain't never seen her in the hood again. The only two white politicians that I have seen consistently in the black neighborhoods is Mike Knox and Michael Kubash. That's it. And Kubash is so well loved in the black community, it's crazy. Because you could call Kubash, he'll give you a cell phone number. You tell him it's a problem, he gonna go to war for you. But our own people won't do that for us. But yet we still go to the polls like some blind fools, and we vote them right back in. See, this is the way you need to look at this election coming up, especially in November, because you have incumbents running against challengers. Gary Monroe is a challenger to Alma Allen. So let me tell you how you need to look at it. This is what I promised to do. You tell me what you want done, okay? You tell me that's what you want done. I'm going to add that to my list of promises. I'm going to get it done. Now, you look at Alma. What you need to be asking, what have you done? What have you done for us in the last 2 years? And if she's done nothing for you, there's no way in hell that you should put her back in office. Because she made promises before you voted for her. And if she can't show you the results from the work that she did, then there's no reason that you should put her back in office. Until we take that mind frame, you're going to keep getting 8 ounces of milk. You're going to keep having COVID vaccine sites in your neighborhoods. You're going to keep having charter schools all over your community. You're going to keep having a liquor store on one corner and a church on the next one. When you decide to change your drawers, wash your ass first. Don't just go put on a clean pair of drawers over a funky ass, because you're going to make the drawers funky too. And that's all y'all doing with these funky drawers politicians. You recycling these clowns, you're putting them back in office, and all they doing is smelling like Badussy. And for y'all youngsters out there, what is Badussy? Booty, dick, and pussy. I said what I said. Because I'm sick of black folk being ignorant. I'm sick of black folk keep thinking that just because they black, they got our back. Nah, them the ones you need to watch the most. Them the ones you need to watch the most. So in case y'all just tuning in, I see my good friend Al Jackson just popped in. Sheila Jackson Lee today did a big milk giveaway over in 3rd Ward, Texas. And she was giving away baby milk to people that need it. And if you sat in that line for 4 or 5 hours, this is what you got. Hold on a second, y'all. This is what you got. Right there. Tell them what you got, Sonya.
You want to make this laugh again? 1 bottle of ready-to-feed milk, which covers an 8-ounce bottle of milk for a baby, 2 powder packs of milk, and 2 bottles of nigger water, and 2 big jugs of sanitizer, a thing of mask, some Tupperware bowls, and 2 things of microban.
After sitting in the line for 4 hours.
From 10, I got there at 10:23. I left there at 2:40 something.
10:23.
I thought I was gonna get some milk.
Well, I tell you what, I think it was last weekend. My good friend Dr. Abdul Alim Muhammad and a host of other people did a giveaway at that same school, along with the Turkey Leg Hut and some other folk. And when you came through there, they put 2 cases of water in your car. They put big bags of groceries in your car. They wasn't playing no games. And then when you got around that corner, if you wanted some Turkey Leg Hut, they just asked you how many you wanted. If you wanted 4 or 5, they put 4 or 5 in the bag. You see what I'm saying? The grassroots people like the Kathy Tatums, the Tamika Jones Motleys, the Winkin Cashes. See, these the ones that don't get the presidential awards. These the ones that don't get honored with the honorary doctrines. But we the soldiers that do the work. And this woman come here today with two powder packs and an 8-ounce bottle of milk. And she did something for the people.
Wasted our time.
Talk to the people for a second. I'll be right back. Keep talking to them.
Well, it was a waste of my time driving from Rose Sharon, thinking that I was going to at least have a couple of days of milk for the baby and not being able to have that, and just to be disrespected, and then to see her on the news to post as if she did something huge. I'm grateful for the one little bottle and 2 packs, because it adds on to whatever I can get. But it's a disrespect level, especially when the gas is high and when you're traveling afar. I'm traveling from Sharon to Houston to get this. So when you're advertising something, be in specific what you're doing. I believe that it was more about the pandemic. You gave me more stuff for the pandemic than you did for the baby. I mean, to give me 2 bottles of cheap water and some plastic containers, what do that have to do with feeding a hungry baby when there is no milk anywhere? If you guys go into stores and look at the shelves in the stores, you'll see that it's nothing. It's empty. It's absolutely nothing. And every day at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm getting up trying to beat people to the stores that are open to at least get 1 or 2 cans. So it is very complicated. Having a baby on infant meal sensitive gentleness, and they don't have the milk available. Not being a complainer, but just being grateful. I thank God for carnation milk. I bought 25 cans of carnation milk after she did this disrespectful stuff. She drove me back to Big Mama. I went and got 5 water jugs of water, and I got some carnation milk. And baby girl, when she run out of her little milk, she gonna have to drink carnation. It didn't kill me, but it's really sad that all that milk that was out there, you claim you fed 350 cars. Yeah, you broke down a 6-pack of milk to give people one. Of course you can feed. I was so upset I had to come home and go to sleep because I didn't want my flesh to kick in and I say something really ugly about that ugly woman, because I was so angry, Gary. I mean, it's really disrespectful. If I could have took that milk and threw it at her, I would have. But I was going to jail. I knew I was. She had too many police out there. But I see why the cops were there. Look what she did, y'all. You used the babies being hungry to push out this pandemic. I don't have no respect for it.
Well, I tell y'all what, man, I'm definitely going to be putting out my endorsements. I put out one today. Matter of fact, I put two out. I put two endorsements out today. One for Carmen Maria Montel, who's running against Shelia Jackson Lee. I endorse Carmen. And I endorse Kathy Lynch Gunter in her race position to ACC trustee. I've researched my candidates. I know who I want. And those are the people that I'm going to put my muscle behind and support. Carmen Maria Montel, she's running against Shelia in November. I'm going to support Carmen. I've met her. I've sat down and talked to her. I've heard her vision. And she's a great person. And I think that she can get the job done. So she's not going to promise you something that she cannot do. She's going to be honest with you and tell you, this is what I can do and this is what I cannot do. That's what you should expect from an honest politician. I had the opportunity today to sit down with Kathy Lynch Gunter. Met a few people on her team, met her husband. And I'm going to support Kathy Lynch Gunter in her run for HCC trustee in her runoff election against Jarvis Johnson's ex-wife, who's connected to Rhonda Skiller Jones. So I don't want anybody in office that has any connections to Rhonda Skiller Jones. And for those out there that telling a lie, oh, she's not connected, you need to keep her name out your mouth, come tell it to me. I know who she connected to. And therefore, I'm not falling for it, and I ain't going to let my people fall for it. I'm going to give my people all the information. And now you have to go and make a conscious decision. And that's what you need to do. You need to research these people. And it ain't hard to find out what you want to know about them. It ain't hard to find out what you want to know about them. For those that don't know, Shelia Jackson Lee, for I think the last 10 to 15 years, has been voted the worst congressperson in Washington, D.C. She treats her staff like garbage. She treats them horribly. So the thing is, how you think she feel about you? These the people that they on hand and foot for her on a daily. And she treat them like trash. Why should she care about your child? If she want to do some work, tell her go on over there to Fifth Ward and do something about them cancer clusters over there. That's in her district. People been dying for years behind them cancer clusters. And they've been fighting around with it for the last 2-3 years. When you going to do something about it? When is she going to go to D.C. and tell these people, stop sending money to foreign countries and take care of the people on American soil? We have a homeless population that's ridiculous.
Yes.
When are they going to do something about our people?
Yes.
Black people, white people, Latino people, homeless. And these people are not doing anything for our people. But they will take our tax money
and go help
and send it to the Ukraine. I got to deal with student loans going to college. But a Ukrainian can come here right now and go to college for free. They get to go to school for free. Your child, my child, me, you, we got to pay to go to school on American soil.
Yes.
And then you're dealing with that old half-dead ass president that ain't worth the damn. And y'all can't figure out why we got the short end of the stick.
Yes, they can't figure out they're in denial. He had old Kamala with him, so they voted for him.
She a runaway slave. Don't nobody see her no more. She gonna come out with her Chucks and Pearls in 2024. And then they gonna be running around there, ski-wee your ass somewhere else. And take your sorry vice president with you. Take her, and she need to be the one on Death Row Records right now. You know why? Because she could sing the song better than anybody by Joe Biden. Wake up, jump out my bed. I'm in the White House, bitch, with my homie Lil Half Dead. Joe Biden, Lil Half Dead, man.
He is. He have Alzheimer's and dementia.
Joe Biden is half dead. He the original little half dead.
They wrong for that. I just rather old Stumpy Trump to be back in there. I mean, he's just horrible.
I'm telling you now, if Trump run against him, I'm voting for Trump.
I am too.
I don't give a damn who get mad right now.
I am too.
I'm not voting for Joe Biden.
I am too. I'm going straight to the poll to vote for him. Yes, sir, I am.
I'm not voting for no Biden. You got let me show you how this works. For black people out there, they need to give us reparations. Well, hold on. Didn't you have enough votes to put a black woman on the Supreme Court? Mm-hmm. If that is the case, you got enough votes to do reparations.
That's right.
But see, it's some black folk that don't want y'all to have it. Mm-hmm. They need you dependent on the government.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Because if you give us our money, we all going to be on the next cruise ship. I'm going to be on the Zydeco cruise. You give me that kind of money. I ain't coming back for about 6 months. I'm going to come back when the check comes. They want you dependent on the government.
That's true. That's true. That's so they can control you.
That's how they do it. They control you.
They
controlling people through fear. Y'all notice they done start talking about it's another virus out there and it's pretty bad. Because you got some elections coming up. They trying to keep you in the house.
You is so smart.
They trying to keep you in the house.
What happened to the virus when the income tax checks was here? Why wasn't it out there?
I don't give a damn if it's somebody standing outside the door on election day with a spear. If you come out, I kill you. Bitch, I'm coming out. I'm going to the polls.
I'll stand out.
Ain't nothing finna scare me from not going cast my vote for the right people. They want you to believe that these people are doing you dirty. But yet the Republicans don't have control of the government. The Democrats do. They're going to lose that control in November. They're going to lose it. And they should.
Gary, all of a sudden this virus got bad again.
Man, say, man, I got a $300 and $80 to fill up the car. I remember when it was $27 to fill up my car. Mm-hmm. Gas $4 a gallon.
$4 a gallon.
Motherfucker, I got a scooter. Y'all think I'm joking? I bought me a scooter. I got me a red scooter.
Who take
$6 to fill it up.
Wow.
60 miles per hour. Yeah. A scooter. A fat man on a scooter. I don't care.
I can't even. I drive premium gas. I can't even use premium gas right now. It's horrible. It's horrible.
I want to answer this question. Giovanni, how many black Supreme Court nominations did Trump put out? Trump ain't the president right now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when I'm talking about this here, stop deferring to Trump. Talk about Biden. What has Biden done for black people? Not a goddamn thing. Stop bringing Trump into this equation and accept the fact that y'all put a sucker in the White House.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That is so true.
See, it's all that's the argument. Every time you say something about Biden, somebody want to bring up Trump. What I said was, if you had enough votes to get a black Supreme Court judge and they could not stop you, that means you can do whatever the hell you want for the people because you got all the votes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all keep hollering about black people. Let me say this here. I'm glad you're sitting here, son. Why every time we have a conversation, we get to talking about people of color? Let's get something straight. I ain't no goddamn people of color. I'm black. When they did the Asian hate bill, was it labeled the Asian hate bill in France? Was it labeled the people of color hate bill? No, it was labeled the Asian hate bill. See, every time we dealing with something black, we got to be inclusive of everybody. But everybody else can do what they want to do, and it's all about them. I am not, y'all can be whatever you want to be. I'm not a person of color. When I'm filling out applications or I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and it asks me for my race, no box on that paper says person of color. It says black, white, Latino, Asian, other. I am not a person of color. You're not going to lump me in with everybody else. And that's your way of getting away with not doing what you need to do for us. So if the Republicans are doing things for the white people, you can't get mad at them. If Gene Wu out there busting his behind for his Asian community, you can't get mad at him. But what about our Negroes? What are they doing for us? We either got to hear about people of color or we got to hear about diversity. Diverse these nuts in your mouth.
We're in so much
I've been gone for a minute. But the OG is back. And I'm going to keep it 100. Diverse these nuts in the people of color's mouth. And I said what I said.
Means so much to know.
Giovanni, Carol, you're asking these questions. What are we doing for ourselves? I don't know what y'all doing. I know what I did for me. I got the hell off that Democratic plantation. And I'm not finna sit here and try to do things for myself while I depend on a group of politicians that ain't doing jack shit for me. So if I don't need them to do things for me, why are they in office representing me? That's their job. They are required to do it. But you know what? They're not required to do anything. What they're required to do is to continue to screw over the African American community.
That is true.
If we don't need African American representation, then they should not be in office. If I, Gary Monroe, have to go to a white politician or a Republican politician at the time that I was a Democrat to get something done for my Democratic neighborhood, then why do I need the black one?
People, something else.
You're asking a lot of questions, Giovanni. I tell you what you could do, because I'm not going to answer another one. Send me your email. Come sit on this screen with me. Don't hide behind that screen, baby. Don't hide behind the words that you're typing. Are you scared somebody might figure out who you really are? You afraid? Come on, sit up here with the OG. You at your house, I'm at mine. Come on, let's have this conversation. Tell us what we need to do to fix Black America. Tell us what we need to do to fix Black America. I'm going to show y'all what we need to do. Hold on a second. Let me go up in here, and I want to make sure I got it. Hold on a second. I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something. Hold on just a second. I'm looking for something, Sonia. There we go. That's what I want right there. Okay, so let's click on it.
Makes you suspect at
Hold on. I'm going to show you what we need to do. Let's make that larger. Okay. So let me stop this screen. Let me share this screen. Hold on. This is what we need to do to every last one of them. Can you see that, Sonya? Let's go.
how you can go from a critic of Bob Abrams to an apologist of Bob Abrams makes you suspect at best and a sellout in fact.
This is what we need to do to him.
To be classified as a bigot after a lifetime of fighting for civil rights.
I'm one of the few non-bigoted black leaders around, I would say. Let me state now, let's deal with the facts. Let's go to the record. Tonight, we want to deal with the records and the facts.
Please do it.
On this program, your program, you heard me, you have me on tape, defending this man. Recently, even after the shenanigans with him and the other, that's a lot of crap. Now, look, brother, you have your job. Brother,
that's what we need to do to him. That's what we need to do to him right there.
You can go from a critic to an apologist of Bob Abrams.
That's what we need to do to him. Because they ain't worth a damn. And hold on, let me share. Let me invite somebody. Giovanni say she gonna come on. Let's see if I can't tell if it's a man or a woman. Let me put this in here real quick so we can have this discussion. Okay. Five. Yeah. Send. Okay. So Giovanni, I sent you over the link, and it is what it is. Kevin Smith Jr. says she is not in office yet. Who really knows what she's gonna do? But the one in office ain't did shit for 20 years.
20.
I ain't worried about the one I don't know nothing about.
What about the one
20-something years of failure and not doing something for us? Oh, no, she need to go. Al Jackson say, I voted for Trump both times. That's a black man. That's a strong black brother. See, y'all fell for the okie doke with them people, man. Y'all fell for the okie doke with them people, man. And I see Shantae B. Favors on here. She's out of Fort Bend County, where they get played sucker on a daily basis by them black politicians. Y'all get because it's a diverse community. You're a goddamn lie. Y'all getting played like some funky pianos. I'm waiting for Giovanni to come on. I sent the email, so I'm waiting for him to come on. We're going to add somebody to this discussion. Any one of y'all that want to come on, just send me your email address, and I can load you up right now. Stop hiding and get out in the front and tell the truth about these people that's been raping our communities for years. Let's just be honest. The Democrats control Harris County. You really think they're going to do something with this goddamn crime?
No.
Them Republicans going to come through the door tough on crime. So I don't want them because they're going to do it. Say, man, if you don't want your child to go to jail, you better start raising them.
You better tell it.
You better start raising them. We buried a good man today. Maurice McGowan was my coach. But you knew one thing with Coach Mack. He loved you to death, but he'll beat your ass if you got out of line. And that's all it was to it. See, y'all around here letting PlayStation 5 raise your kids. And think we supposed to keep living in this unsafe environment. Hell no. I just had to sit down with a bunch of kids about 2 weeks ago and told them I'm that dude that's down there fighting to make sure you ain't getting 5 and 6 bills. I don't care. Is this county going to be safer with the Democrats in control or with the Republicans in control? Because the Democrats have been in control for almost 5 to 6 years. Look at where we are. What are they going to do differently? Nothing. Nothing. So y'all got some decisions to make. You better go. If you want to pull my voting record, you're going to see in the primary Republican all the way down the line. I'm not playing the game no more. Man, will you ever go back to the Democratic Party? Man, what's that old man name with the cowboy hat on? Hell to the now. Hell to the now. Make it go platinum. Are you going back to the Democratic Party, Mr. Monroe? Hell to the now.
I truly understand why not.
Like my good friend Kenneth Giffen, he say, no, we need to police our own neighborhood. The problem with policing our own neighborhood, Kenneth, these niggas scared.
Sure is.
They ain't finna police no neighborhood, man.
Sure like.
Whole bunch of these dudes wear skirts when the lights go out. They ain't finna get out there and police no neighborhood. I would feel better if the women did it. Because the women got more nuts than the dudes nowadays. These men ain't finna get out there and do nothing. They gonna sing it too. Hell to the now. They ain't finna get out there and do nothing. Man, I go all over the country, get love all over the country. I walk in some of the toughest neighborhoods. You know, but I got folk in those neighborhoods, so I respect the street codes. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But these dudes ain't finna check these youngsters, man.
Sure like.
Man, these youngsters gonna put that pistol in their mouth. That's what they gonna do. And have that pistol down their throat. What you say, old man? Hell to the no.
Because they don't feel
That's
nothing.
what he gonna be saying. Ain't gonna do nothing.
They ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't
gonna do nothing.
Don't care. They ain't got no fear in their heart.
The bottom line, we can change things. This election is pivotal. These next 2 elections, this midterm and then the one in 24, where Biden's going to come up, they are pivotal. They're pivotal to our survival. We have the ability to change some things.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? And I'm going to show you how I work. Watch this. I'm going to show you how I work. Let's go here. I'm going to pull up something. I'm going to show you how I work because I don't want it to be a secret. When I do things, I'm a straight shooter. Let's just put it like that. Okay, so this is what I want to show you. right here. So now I'm gonna share this screen and I'm gonna show you how I operate. Let's try this. Let's go here and let's go here. These two women, which are Danny Hernandez and Judith Cruz, they sit on the Houston Independent School Board. They're up for election in 2023. Do you see what I put at the bottom of that flyer? The African American community will not be voting for you in the next election. They got a whole nother year. And you know what? I don't care what you do in the next year. What have you not done for the last 3? You have ignored Black children. You don't visit schools that are predominantly Black. You don't do anything. You want to take the police off the campuses when the teachers are being assaulted. The students are being assaulted. So I'm telling both of them right now, a year before their election, don't expect to get the Black vote. And if they don't get the Black vote, they will lose their elections. They will lose them. So I'm telling them a year in advance, you're not getting the Black vote. And the last 2 people that said no seats that they beat, that's exactly what I did to them. See, I'm not going to play the game. You're going to do your job. You're going to do your job. You're going to do your job. And if they're not going to do their job, get them out of office. Get them out of office. See, everybody wants to scream right now, Greg Abbott. Abbott can't sign no bill unless it make it to him. So who create those bills? Texas state legislators. They create those bills. They got to pass them through the House and through the Senate. So by the time it gets to Abbott, the deal's already been cut.
Been cut.
So the people that you need to start looking at, don't be mad at the superintendent of HISD because he's a clown and he doesn't know what he's doing. Be mad at the people that hired him.
That's true.
Be mad at the school board trustees that hired him.
That's true.
The ones that know he can't do the job right now, but yet they will not get rid of him. The ones who have over almost 2,200 vacancies. But nobody sees a problem. Don't be mad at him. Be mad at the people that hired him. And for those that just think, oh, we got to get rid of Greg Abbott and we got to do this and we got to do that. I agree with you. Abbott's a rhino. He needs to go. Well, hold on, Monroe, you a Republican. Abbott's a Republican. Oh, I'm a conservative Republican.
He needs to go.
Not a rhino. He needs to go.
He needs to go.
But unless you get off your behind and get your people off their behind, everybody that was in that line today for that goddamn milk need to be at the voting polls.
That's true.
Them cars need to be wrapped around the voting polls if you want change in the state of Texas.
That's true. That is so true.
Cars around the voting polls.
Because there were many people out there. Hundreds and hundreds of cars.
But you don't get hundreds and hundreds of cars at the voting poll.
No.
That's where you make the change. But let a motherfucker say something free.
They gon'
Boy, when you say free, they coming. I remember I had opened a little club up in Terrell, Texas, where Jamie Foxx from. My little daughter went to little college down there. They ain't had nothing to do. So I got this little Mexican restaurant, turned it into a club. I couldn't get nobody to come. And a dude say, man, you got to give away something free. I say, what I got to give away? He say, man, tell him you're going to give away some cowboy tickets. So I told him, I'm giving away free cowboy tickets. The next Friday night, the club was wall to wall. I'm telling y'all what happened. And it was so crunk. The girls was bringing their own removable stripper poles.
I'm done.
Because I was giving away free cowboy tickets. But what I forgot to tell them, it wasn't the Dallas Cowboys. It was the Little Cowboys at the field for Little League.
You play too much.
And they packed the club. So the only way you're going to get some niggas to show up, you got to give away some free shit. You got to give away a bunch of free shit, man.
I'm done. You play too much. You play.
I'm telling y'all, I'm being serious. That's how I got the club back. I'm giving away free cowboy tickets. And they showed up like crazy.
Well, I don't want nothing else.
And I gave away 2 free tickets to the Little Cowboys that play in the Pop Warner League. Now go watch them.
You play too much. Well, I don't want nothing else free. That was enough.
I don't want nothing that got free. I didn't get no PPP loans. I didn't want none of the free sanitizer, none of that. The rental assistance, none of that. I don't want nothing from these people.
I gave it to my neighbor. It's you know.
You should have gave your neighbor that milk.
She ain't got no baby.
So, in case y'all just tuning in, let's go in here so I can show you what the good Congress lady gave away today. It angered my good friend right there. It angered her. So if you were there, she was giving away free milk today. And this is what she gave away. If you sat in that line for 5 hours, this is what she gave away. You needed milk for your child. This is what she gave away today.
You know, Gary, people say, well, you got to be grateful. It's not about being grateful. It's about being disrespected. I was reading my Facebook page. And
said, you know, maybe you have to be grateful, but you ain't got to be ignorant.
Yeah. And so I was reading my Facebook page and someone said, well, Sonia, be grateful for the milk. You know, I'm not saying that I'm not grateful, but it's some things you just don't do. And it's just being ignorant. That's ignorant. You know, to play with people at this time when it is really crucial and people are really wanting. I guarantee you, out of all those cars out there, I am not the only one that felt the way I felt. You coming from all different types of towns, and this stuff is all over social media, and people are scrumming for milk. So I'm quite sure I'm not the only one that felt this way. I felt disrespect. An hour drive for an 8-ounce thing of milk and 2 powder packs. And you broke the 6-pack to give me one. I feel disrespect. I'm sorry.
I know you got the flow. Say what's on your heart.
I just really feel bad for those people. I mean, especially the ones, Gary, don't have financial means. I thank God for my financial state that I'm capable of buying milk like I've always done. Since I've had the baby, but my heart goes out to the ones that's not able or fortunate to do what I can do. You know what I'm saying? So I can imagine how those women felt who depends on the government. And that's their only way of getting what they need, and then to be disrespected like that. They barely got money, but they have to use their gas, their time for 1 pack, and 2 pouches. And all that milk she had out there, it's just disrespectful, man. Maybe because some people don't have kids right now, their children are grown, they don't understand the level of disrespect that is. But when you got a baby and you got somebody depending on you, that's some total disrespectful stuff. I don't know what else. People are expecting, but it's wrong. And she need to be out of that office. I'm tired of seeing. I'm sick of that monkey. I'm just sick of
Now,
that.
when you say monkey, who you talking about? Tell the people
Sheila Jackson Lee.
who you talking.
She don't want to look like a monkey to me. I'm sick of that monkey. I mean, it's just so disrespectful. Every time you see her, it's camera. I know her for what she did to me. I can't say what I used to say, but she's a show monkey, a real good show monkey. And I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I swear I am sick of it. I'm sick of her. I'm sick of her. And I'm going to be out there at the voting polls. I promise to God, I'm going to terrorize her name. I'm going to have a big old sign so big, just walking up and down the street for free for myself to get her out of there. Because she ain't done nothing. What have she done? Nothing. The only time we really see Sheila is doing a camera. She want her name to be put out there through a camera. I ain't seen nothing this woman done for Houston. Nothing. If anybody can tell me what she done, please stand up. Because I ain't seen nothing that woman had done. Nothing. Nothing but camera time. If you go back to when the girl got killed in that jail down, you ain't see her till it was time for her to go get her ugly stuff on that camera. After that, disappeared. You don't see her like that. She's not for her people. Only time I seen her when she got the camera time. She saw somebody get camera time. After that, kapoosh. No more Sheila.
So we can be straight. Why would somebody born in Jamaica give a damn about us that were born in the United States of America?
Exactly. I had to read about her to understand why she do the things she do. But because she's black and because of our ignorance, we keep putting her in there. And some of that stuff we ain't putting in there. They stealing these election ballots. They doing all kind of crooked stuff. Listen, you can't tell me she winning like that. Not sorry as she is. And if people are just voting her because she black, I at least vote if she was black and pretty. I mean, it's pitiful. I have no respect for that lady. I lost respect for her 4.5 years ago. I lost total respect for her. I have no respect for the mayor. I just don't have no respect for those people. I'm just being honest. We black people got to do better, Gary. We got to do better. I don't know what else you can say to people.
You have to hit a spot where you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that's all it kind of boils down to. And until we get sick and tired of the way that these people are treating us, we're going to keep them in office. Until we get sick and tired of our communities being ignored, they're going to keep going in the office. Until we get sick and tired of the crime rates that are going up, they're going to keep going in office. Until we get sick and tired of our kids going to fail in schools, they're going to keep going in office. Until we get sick and tired of our roads being all raggedy and tore up, they're going to keep going in office. Until we get sick and tired of our borders not being protected, they're going to keep going in office. Until we get sick and tired of these people not taking care of the homeless population, they're going to keep going in office. Until we get sick and tired of these people not taking care of the veterans who put their lives on the line for this country, they're going to keep going into office. We have to get sick and tired of being sick and tired.
I don't understand. I'm past sick and tired. I'm just educating myself more and more, making more wiser decisions when it comes to voting for people because we voting our own enemies in there, and it's not helping us at all. And it's just horrible. I mean, I see so much, but people think you're crazy. When you're speaking the truth, I've learned something about this. When you're speaking the truth, people think something wrong with you. But until they experience what you've experienced or they understand what you're saying or they've been down your road to see what's going on, then they don't get it. They don't get it. We are something else, man. I'm telling you.
Let me say this. I see my good friend Daniel Miller, who was actually cheated out the last election that he was a part of. Daniel made a great comment. He said the biggest roadblock to Texans helping Texans is politicians. He telling the truth.
That is true.
He's telling the truth. The biggest roadblock to Texans helping Texans is politicians. So we got to get rid of every last one of them, Republican, Democrat, that are not serving the people of the great state of Texas. Give them some final thoughts, Sonia.
Well, my final thoughts for today is watch what monkeys you allow to control your trees. And be careful who you vote in these offices to run this city, because you're not getting what you deserve. And you have to be very careful. Remember, everything free is not good. And that's what's hurting us, is the free things. That's it, Gary.
I tell y'all what, it's been an honor and a pleasure to get back to it. We'll be back. I'll be back on Monday to get back at it, man. I had to finish my courses for this semester. I'm in them upper level core courses now, so I'm grinding. Ain't no games with these assignments. So, I was out of there. But, it's back to what I do in the summer, which I got to catch a couple of flights. I got to go help some other communities. And, because a lot of days when it comes to the political side of Houston, Texas, my expertise and my heart is not wanted here. So I know for a fact there's always people that need help. So I will go to other cities and other communities to help them, because they won't allow me to help y'all. And it doesn't really bother me too much. You're just hurting the people. But I will say to the good Congress lady, you had a good gesture at heart today, but as usual, you fucked it up. Say it's the reason I'm the best in the business. Every night on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, I bring that funk, man. I'm coming back Monday, man, and I'm gonna unload. You know who I am. I'm the 5-star general. Until Monday at the War Zone, I'll holler at you.